Hi, this is Samuel. I'm a financial advisor that specializes in helping Canadians with disabilities. Now, throughout the years of my career, I have the privilege of working with many families with a lot of different situations. For example, I've worked with a single mom with a minor child who has autism, a middle aged woman with mobility issue, a young adult that is receiving ODSP, an aging father who wants to plan ahead for his son with mental disability, and also many, many other families. Now, one of the common questions they have is how to save more money for the disabled family member. And is there any government support? Fortunately, the Government of Canada has launched the Registered Disability Savings Plan, and the goal is to build up the long term wealth for the disabled family member. Now, however, the LDSP involves many complex planning. So rather than overwhelming you with so many details all at once, I'll first provide you with a general overview of the LDSP, then I'll dive deeper into each topic in the later videos. So what is an RDSP? Simply speaking, this is an account to help disabled Canadians to build up their long-term savings. So the way we do it is by obtaining the matching grants and savings bonds from the government. And the total benefit per beneficiary is up to 90,000. Now, however, I want to point out that while some people can get the full benefit, that might not be the case for everyone. Now, because there are different factors that play into it, which I'll be sure to go over them in my videos. Furthermore, some professional benefits, such as the Ontario Disability Support Program, the ODSP, may look into how much money you have to determine whether you can qualify for their benefit or not. Now, in other words, if you have too much money, that could impact those professional benefits. Now, however, the money within the RDSP are often being exempted from those calculations. So that's why I use this account as a way to build up the long term savings for many of my clients. And also, the money can grow tax shelter within the account, which means you don't need to pay any tax until you start withdrawing the money from the account. So, who is the RDSP account for? Now, first, you have to be a Canadian resident. Now, secondly, you need to be approved with a disability tax credit. This is where you bring the T2201 form to be filled out by a medical practitioner, and then you will send it to the CRA. And you cannot be over the age of 59 by the end of the year. As I mentioned before, there are two key benefits to the RDSP. Now, one of them is the Canada Disability Savings Grant, which is a matching grant from the government. In other words, when you deposit money into the account, the government will also deposit money into the RDSP to match your contribution. So the amount of matching grants would depend on different factors, such as your contribution amount, family income, and whether there are any unclaimed matching grants from the previous years. Now, the lifetime total matching grant per beneficiary is up to 70,000. So another benefit for the LDSP is the Canada Disability Savings Bond. So unlike the matching grant, this one doesn't require your contribution. So the government only looks at your family income to determine whether you could be qualified for the savings bonds or not. So if you qualify, then they will automatically deposit the money into the LDSP account for you. So I work with some families, and some of them they do not have a lot of income or savings, and these savings bonds can really help them out. So just a bit of caution: the matching grant and savings bonds are only available until the end of the year that the disabled person reaches age 49. So you don't want to delay too much in getting them. I remember a few months ago, a gentleman at age 51, now he reaches out to me and asked, he only heard about this LDSP a while ago. And is there's any way that he can get back those matching grants and bonds? Now, although at age 51, he can still open up the RDSP account, But unfortunately, there's under the current rule, there's no way that that he can get back the matching grants and bonds from the earlier years. In fact, he couldn't get any matching grants and bonds after the age limit. So yeah, don't delay, and you could see this is such a huge loss to his long-term savings. Okay, so here are some other key points. The lifetime contribution maximum is 200,000. Now, however, you wouldn't need to contribute that much in order to receive the maximum amount of matching grant. So in the next video, I will share some ways how you can strategically contribute into the RDSP to receive the maximum amount of matching grant. Another thing I like about the RDSP is that there is no restriction on how you use the money. Like unlike the ESP, the Education Savings Plan, which require the child to go to post-secondary school to use the money, RDSP does not have that restriction. Frankly, the government doesn't care how you use the money for the RDSP. Now, however, I need to emphasize that RDSP is for long-term savings, and there will be clawback on early withdrawals, so just prepare for it. If you have skin problem, you go to a dermatologist. If you have an eye problem, you go to an optometrist. So wouldn't it make sense to talk to someone with experience and knowledge for your RDSP planning? So to find out whether I'm the trusted financial advisor you're looking for, hop on to the link in the description box below and subscribe to our newsletter. In there, I will share a comprehensive RDSP guide with you, and it covers basically everything you need to know about the RDSP. So I hope you find this video helpful, and I'll see you next time.